Yo, we got some new Monster Hunter news, guys. We got 2 new trailers for 2 brand new games, fantastically enough. Now, this is for Monster Hunter Stories 2, which the original was actually on a DS, then you could buy it on mobile. I think underrated game, probably. Kind of a Pokemon clone, but really more like what I think Sword and Shield wishes it was in a lot of ways. So hopefully with number 2 and, you know, with the Monster Hunter hype overall across the world, people really look into this. And the trailer that I've seen, it just looks like it's oozing story and oozing a little bit like maybe some Ghibli inspiration. It looks like it's going to have a heavy story focus. Hopefully it actually improves upon the original. So we do have a new generation of machines to play on. Phones are stronger too if they do want to port it to phones, which I believe they would. But another big update as well is we have Monster Hunter. Again, another game, brand new game, super freaking cool. It's going to be Monster Hunter Rise. This is a Switch title, and Monster Hunter Rise, to me, looks like thematically pretty unique. I think each Monster Hunter does have its own things that it does, but this one seems like to pair with the kind of European vibe, I think, a little bit with Monster Hunter World, and this one's going very Eastern, very Japanese. I think it's probably gonna be very kaiju, and but more specifically, actually, I think actually more yokai. There actually seems to be more of like a vibe of like spirity kind of thing going on, and just very Japanese in general. And I think it's actually really interesting with the traversal mechanics, but I do feel a little weird that the art style, I mean, this is Monster Hunter's art style, but to me it was always kind of grating, and I think on the Switch's resolution it might be really weird. I really want to see how this game actually runs on the Switch. But no, I've got no complaints overall what I've seen so far. It looks, you know, a little bit like World. Maybe it might be a little bit asset flippy. Maybe this is an offshoot, an off-branch game. But I mean, it still looks pretty interesting. So the one thing that I would like to complain about is that it's on the Switch. So the controls and everything, blah, blah, blah. Probably not going to be as comfortable as what I've played on PC, but the problem with Switch games that are online is that you have to pay for online, and that's why I don't play Monster Hunter on PS4. I hate paying for online, and I'm fine with Smash offline because you can go to tournaments and things like that, or I will subscribe a little bit, you know, just to play some Smash, but man, the online sucks. It freaking sucks. Am I allowed to rant about that? Monster Hunter on the Switch is freaking awesome, but does anybody know, can we play like local with this game? I really hope that's a factor. Like if I go to a convention or if I go over a friend's house and they also have Monster Hunter Rise, can I just play LAN? I really hope that's the case. If so, that's going to be awesome. I really hope that, you know, the offline is engaging enough and there's like really proper challenge and things like that, which I'm assuming it will be. I'm assuming this will still be a fun game to play solo and speedrun and stuff like that. It is Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter Rise is kind of exciting, but Monster Hunter World has kind of been their baby. But then again, I think we're kind of nearing the end of the lifespan for Monster Hunter World with the announcement of Fatalis actually coming here pretty soon, and they're going to update it with some events and things like that, but for the most part, big giant content updates, I think, is done for Monster Hunter World, it seems. Which is kind of weird. I wish they would keep going with it forever, but Monster Hunter Rise is pretty exciting, and I think the Switch has wanted a new Monster Hunter for a little bit, and we got to get it too, actually. Monster Hunter Stories, though, is genuinely the one I'm more excited about, because Monster Hunter Rise seems to me like an offshoot of Monster Hunter World, where Monster Hunter Stories is genuinely gonna fill the place where Pokemon totally failed for me, to be honest. Like, it was neat, it was cute, and I was done. I didn't buy it, my partner did. So yeah, no, but this actually I'm really excited for, like a JRPG that happens to have monster, world exploration, things like that, where you actually traverse around the world with your partners, and really, I think, just actually has like an engaging story that's not just rinse repeat, go to gym, do this, do that. But we'll see guys. Anyways, I think I need to actually play through the original Monster Hunter Stories before this one launches. Maybe I'll stream that, and Monster Hunter Rise, I'll look into it. But if people who get early access, or if I get early access into playing it and it's not like really freaking crazy, then I probably won't buy it. But there is some really cool shit going on with Monster Hunter Rise, such as some of the new items, and it looks like, you know, there's some very like Japanese inspiration with it. It looks like chain scythes, commas, or whatever you call those. We've got like a literal scythe, I think. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but there is some weird stuff going on with this. So even though like maybe at first glance it looks just like Monster Hunter, you know, like kind of what you're used to. It does seem like there's going to be some mechanics that change it up the formula and some different weapons, some different combos, and that's pretty much what we want. So as long as there's not too much repetition of monsters, like there's some actually unique monsters in here and some unique mechanics, then yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, we'll see how that turns out. Anyways, that's my rant and ramble. 2 new Monster Hunters that I'm excited to play and jump into. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. And if you guys want to watch me stream some monster hunting games, sure, I'll do that. I'll be here. Subscribe to YouTube, all that cool stuff. Peel some eyeballs to the Patreon. Keep the hype alive, and I will see you again next time.